Hello, hello, hello. So yeah, about Julia Roberts.
Yeah. Beryl didn't know her.
I mean, didn't we once establish that he didn't know who George Clooney was, or somebody really big like that?
Yeah, I think so.
Or maybe that was Sparkle, I don't know. But
Well, it sounds like a very Sparkle thing.
Sparkle never knew anything about anything.
I don't even think she quite grasped that actors were playing these characters.
Damn.
Sure, it was
I forgot who it was. It was like one of the biggest actors in the world, and Sparkle's like, I've never heard of that person, and I'm just like listing movies, and like, no, never seen it.
Alien and Blue.
And they weren't like, oh, I got a Cypress stick. They weren't like really old movies. Like I think one of them was like MCU, so, and Sparkle's just like, no, never heard of that, no.
I want to say it was somebody like Brad Pitt or Johnny Depp or something.
No, it wasn't them, but it was somebody major like that.
Yeah,
you know?
it was up there.
Paul
Like it. No, it
I
wasn't
don't think
Paul
it was Robert
Rudd.
Downey Jr.
No, certainly not Robert Downey Jr. Wait, hold on a second. Let me see something. Damn. All right. Never mind. Yeah, I don't know. It was somebody major.
Yeah.
Can't remember who it was. Like, it was somebody who was definitely in the MCU at one point.
Yeah.
Like, I think they were in one of the Thor movies or something, and... Oh, it was Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, he had no idea. She had no idea who Jeff Goldblum was, and I'm like, The Fly,
Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park. Yeah, I've never seen Jurassic Park. Yeah. All right, Yangus is level 6.
She could handle the goat scene.
Like, every child should see Jurassic Park.
Yep.
Every child goes through that dinosaur phase.
Yangus's humanity increases. He becomes kind-hearted. Yangus learns
And
heal.
some of them never move on.
Is this a point in your life where you realize nobody's asked you who your favorite dinosaur is in quite some time?
Tragic.
While you hang out with kids.
Yeah. Hey, what's up? Poop
Unless
in
you're
those
Sparkle.
bags. You found it. Let's see. Yep, this is the one. This is definitely my tool bag. Thanks. I suppose I better give you that reward I promised. Hey, you there! That little mouse you got there is no normal mouse. I mean, no, he's got a mohawk. I mean... It's your pet, is it? Right. Here,
That's
have
like
this
a gerbil.
cheese as your reward.
Like a gerbil or a hamster.
Alright, so we got 8 pieces of plain cheese. Which...
Plain.
Well, plain cheese is boring, but you can turn it into all sorts of other cheeses using the alchemy. Like, if you make spicy cheese out of it, and you feed it to him, he breathes fire all over the enemies. It's amazing. It may just be just plain old cheese. That mouse of yours is sure to like it. By the way, mice don't actually like cheese.
Yep.
And I could be wrong, but try giving it some next time you got yourself into a fight with some monsters. You never know what might happen. Anyway, that's enough noise out of me. Thanks again for bringing my bag back. I'm too lazy to... What is he even doing? He's like... Well, I mean, I guess he's polished off one bottle and is working on the second one, so I guess we know what he's doing. Also, holy shit, he skipped leg day. I'm trying to get the...
He can't,
Look at his tiny little legs!
he can't support his own weight.
No wonder he fell asleep by the tree. Alright, I want to at least get the copper sword before I head into this first dungeon. And probably a weapon for Yangus as well. How much money do I got? Well, I have enough for, the sword for sure. Wait, where's the path down? There it is. Whoa! Lips and a candy cat.
I actually, had pet mice for a while. Like, one of them lived to be like 3 years old, which is really old for a mouse. And the thing I found that mice and rats both really like is Cheerios.
Oh, really?
I heard that too.
Although,
Peanut
I also
butter
had-
is usually the go-to.
I had things that were called specifically mice treats. And they were just hardened pieces of icing.
Oh. Well, anything sugary.
Yeah. I like them though.
Cedars. Yeah, if you're baiting a mousetrap, peanut butter is the go-to. Anything sweet, kind of candy.
Yeah.
You know, they're gonna go for that. Cheese,
They do.
not so much. I mean, they'll eat it if it's the only food available, but...
If you got mice in your house, always check your cereal boxes, because they'll
Oh,
immediately
absolutely.
eat through those.
Yeah, they do try to get at the grenades.
I've been in that habit ever since I was a kid. We had to deal with a mouse problem. Every time I pick up a cereal box, I check it for, mice, even though if we haven't actually had a mouse problem where I live in years.
Well, you get into a habit.
Yeah. Pick up the cereal box, check it out.
Fuck off, buddy.
I saw a movie, and there was a mouse in the cereal box, and that freaked me out for a long time.
It's not necessarily the mice themselves I'm afraid of finding the cereal box, it's
the
what
poop.
they leave while
Yes.
they're eating.
It's the mouse
Yeah, that's
poop.
what I was thinking. This movie called Mouse.
Because they just kind of go wherever, whenever.
Yep.
They leave it
They
everywhere.
drag
It's not good.
You kinda have to, like, when I had pet
Okay,
mice...
EB, you're breaking up really bad.
Hang on.
That's
Anything better?
a little better, yeah. All right, 8's level 6.
When I had mice, the one I had
Alright.
for like 3
Wait,
years.
Wait, hold on a second. Let's play. All right, so I got evac, and I guess I'm putting it into sort. You know what? Let me put a little into courage, actually. All right, go ahead.
When I had mice, one of them hated me. That's the one that only lived about 6 months. Which
Hated you,
is
damn.
still good for a mouse, but
I got some Emosicle Essence.
the other one got to be like my buddy, so I would take her out of the cage and let her run around in my hands and stuff.
Yeah,
And obviously, she'd poop as pee as she was going, so
just everywhere.
just had to deal with it.
All over your face and chest.
When I would clean her cage, I would put her in one of those like little hamster balls. Because they make them like pretty
You
small.
said balls.
So you could get a mouse-sized one. She would just run around the house. And I was with my grandmother at the time. My grandmother would be like, on a phone call or something. There goes a mouse in a plastic ball.
I think you told me that once, and I was just imagining and just hearing it rolling around,
One time she actually had a guest over and I was just cleaning the mouse cage. I think I was already in the process of doing that when she brought someone over. So they were sitting around talking and that mouse goes running by and
Sheep.
her friend's like, what the fuck was
Fantastic.
that? It's not the first 30 seconds, I could say the F word.
We're 8 minutes in.
Yeah.
So, just let me say to YouTube, cunt thrust. You didn't think I was going to say that, did you? You thought I was going to be like, fuck you or something.
I rarely say the C word. I would say whenever we talk about, kicking a woman in the gonads.
Ooh.
I always heard it called a cunt punt. Whenever we talk about that, I want to call it that.
I had this friend Jessica, and I just remember, I forgot what it was. I think we were playing a fighting game or something. Like one of those like nut shots or something, but it was to a female character, and she goes, "Oof, roll in the box." She was British. Candy cats. Roll in the box.
What reminds me of... Ever Wayne posted it like pounding your mom's paw. This is a picture of a mouse with a hammer on the box.
And let's not forget, we are tag-alongs. This song's about your mom. It's called $5 Box. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I actually just reposted that on the server the other day because somebody said something. Oh, she posted a picture of a kid and we were all talking about, how she looked badass and she was Asian and stuff. I was like, you know what she reminds me of?
Of
I went
course.
and found that and showed that. Like, she did look just like her.
For all you know, it could have been the same girl.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, is it the same girl? Is she like mimicking the pose?
Alright. Hey, what's up? You up, mate? Alright, let's get that copper sword. What else? Oh, boomerang. I actually have enough money for this. Organize away, sir. Of course I'm gonna equip it. The hell do you think this is? Alright,
Drawing
also...
of a
want to get a giant mallet, so we're going to do a little bit of grinding for the money for that. In fast forward, of course.
So, posting what it was in the,
So you know what was shocking about that whole Silent Hill thing? Because you know how you mentioned last night that James looked like he was made of Play-Doh or something?
Yeah.
You know, and I said he's off his Haldol again, and June didn't react to that at all.
June didn't react to any of that, because I think she's very unhappy about that happening, so.
Yeah.
Like, even more than me.
But June did a zombie sneak attack song called James Sunderland is off his Haldol again.
So, I posted it in the memes, what it was. It was a concept image for a cartoon based off one of the American Girl eyes. And that was the concept for the little Asian girl, so I was like, same energy as this, and posted the tag-alongs.
This is a song about your mom. It's called $5 Box.
Like, alright, motherfuckers, we were tag-alongs. Let me see some carnage open up this fucking pit.
I'm looking.
This one's called $5 Box, and it's about your mom. Let's go.
Oh my god, it is so similar. Just the screaming and everything, you know? I mean, different hairstyle, so they could have copied the hairstyle, but...
Yeah, I was like... It just reminds me of this. It's just like the same expression
Like
and everything.
The other little girls on that picture look like they're having a grand time. They're just like playing their instruments and having fun. And she's just like ready to open the gates of hell. And
she's going hard.
She's
By the way,
she's playing a concert at Mordor.
I actually have a box of tag-alongs in my pantry right now.
Okay, so which ones are the tag-alongs? Are those the peanut butter ones?
Yeah. I've got them. They're called peanut butter patties.
Yeah, regional
There's
thing,
two-
yeah.
Yeah. What happens is there's two different bakeries.
Oh,
Each
is that
one's
why they're
names
different?
for them.
But the same recipe, probably, right?
Yeah.
No, my favorite was always the Samoas, you know, the ones with coconut.
Yeah.
And
I
I
love
remember
Samoas.
I saw oh, those are delicious. I saw this news story about this one girl who figured, I'm gonna sell loads of cookies to middle-aged women. So she designed the box with pictures of Jason Momoa, like with his shirt off and shit, and they were called Jason Momoas. What'd I get? Antidotal herb. And she sold a lot of boxes, we'll just say, right? And it apparently got Jason Momoa's attention, and he basically said that he approved of it, but that he likes the shortbread cookies. And I'm just like, how is someone that badass? His favorite Girl Scout cookie is the most boring, bland ass shit.
I know. Not even fucking Thin Mints. It's usually what old people eat.
Yeah, Thin Mints would be like the most basic bitch, everybody likes it one, you know. But the shortbread cookies, really?
That's a waste of money.
Also,
it's not economical.
The kid who did that is one day going to be like the head of a Fortune 500 company.
Probably.
So
She's gonna be a girl boss. How much money I got? Oh.
Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss.
Exactly. Tanya ain't shit.
Exactly.
This is where I wish it was the 3DS version when I have to grind, but... There's a period later in the game where you might find yourself needing a whole lot of money, and you could take your ship over to the island of Neos, where there's gold golems, and they drop a lot of money when you beat them. But they're pretty rare encounters. But if you're playing the 3DS version, you just keep running around till you see one. Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss. I remember last time that I bought Girl Scout cookies, I was the smartest ever, these little girls, right? They parked themselves right outside the bank. Right by the ATM.
Can't say you don't have money.
Yeah. And, like, I'm walking up to the bank for whatever reason, I forget why, and this little girl comes running out, hey mister, and I'm just like, Samoas. Like, you don't have to be cute. It's okay. I'm fat as fuck, I want cookies.
The reason why I still have Girl Scout cookies is when I went to buy some, it turned out to be like an old friend who was selling them. She's got a daughter who's like 10. But also, I had a 20 and I was gonna, you know, break it and only get a couple boxes. I was like, okay, fine, give me 4 boxes.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well.
So I got 2 of the peanut butter patties and 2 of the caramel delights, which are the slowest.
Those are definitely my favorite. With the
Those are actually still in the fridge. The peanut butter patties are in my
caramel
pantry.
and the chocolate and then the coconut. Oh my
Coconut.
God. Ooh.
It
Yeah.
all comes together.
I love coconut. A funny story, my sister claims she hates coconut, right? And my sister's weird because she claims she hates something and she clearly doesn't. So I remember this one time, she's in her room and standing there and talking to me, and I forgot why this was the discussion, but she's going on and on and on about how much she hates coconut and she won't eat coconut. And she's got this bag of fucking cookies and she's just shoving them into her mouth. And I'm like, Kristen, those are coconut cookies. And she's like, no, because they were macaroons, you know, not macaron, the French cookie, but macaroons. Yeah. And I'm like, you're shoveling macaroons into your mouth while saying you hate coconut. And she's like, these aren't coconut. And I'm like, oh my God, Krista, look at the ingredient list. And she totally pulled a sparkle, you know, about how sea salt is not salt or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Is the very first ingredient was toasted coconut. And she's like, well, it's toasted coconut. It's different. And I'm like, okay, but you hate coconut. Sweet, yep. And she's shoveling it into her mouth. And I know she's eating coconut shrimp that I've made, so. I guess, I don't know, if you don't like the Mounds bar, just say so. You know?
I love Mounds.
Oh, see, you know what's interesting is there's the whole Mounds versus Almond Joy thing, right?
Yeah.
And I remember it was actually, what's his face, the comedian who's half a chud, Adam Carolla. He had a whole bit about Mounds versus Almond Joy, right? And his whole thing was, why would you ever get the Mounds bar? It's not like you're saving money. Even if I hated almonds, I would just get the Almond Joy, pry them off, and sell them on eBay, you know? And it's like, I would want to like walk up to me like, sir, that's very funny, but the Mounds bar has dark chocolate.
That's what I was going to say. That's the main reason I like Mounds.
If they had dark chocolate almond joy, that'd be...
Oh, dark chocolate almond joy would be the ultimate candy bar right there, you know?
You wouldn't be able to
I
handle
used to prefer I used to like the almond joys when I was a kid, because, you know, I could still eat nuts.
Yeah.
And...
You said eat nuts.
I knew you were going to do that.
Why wouldn't I? So,
I would eat the almond joy, so I'd be like, you know, I like the almonds, and it's pretty good, but why isn't it dark chocolate like the Mounds?
Yeah.
Because, you know, that would be the best ever.
Apparently they did have it, but it was limited edition.
Oh, of course. They're like, this is something that you've always wanted, and you're only going to sell it for 4 months.
Country.
Plain clothes.
Wow.
I will stand any dark chocolate candy bar, okay?
I will stand dark chocolate in general.
Yeah.
Me too. Got dark chocolate bar in the fridge for tonight.
Like
I can't
dark
find...
chocolate.
Except once in a while in gas stations, I can't find the Milky Way Midnight.
Oh, Milky Way Midnights are OD.
Not only is it dark chocolate, but the nougat is vanilla instead of chocolate.
Yeah, those
chocolate,
are OD.
and that makes a difference.
Yep.
They're so fucking good. Every time I find them in a gas station, I always get like a handful of them because I know I'm never gonna see them again.
Bodegas and gas stations are like the place to get candy bars.
Oh yeah.
Yep. You'll find a whole Dollar General has good selection.
If you go to Walmart, it's just going to be like, okay, which kind of Kit Kat do you want?
That's a weird ass Kit Kat. They have a blueberry Kit Kat.
Go to a gas station convenience store, they got a whole aisle that's just candy bars.
You should see in Japan they got crazy. They got like Rosewater Kit Kat. It's
when
it's out of the it's out of
He
control.
says old lady.
When Mars was in Japan, she sent me a banana flavored Kit Kat.
I just had the nastiest thought of like the man with the fake name screwing his wife and being like, you taste like Rosewater Kit Kats.
Oh god.
Because he's like, well, he's quote unquote married to someone who's like probably about 20 years older than him.
Common law marriage is not recognized in most states anymore.
He just says he's married. They're not married.
Yeah.
It's safer to get to the mechanic.
Well, like, for years, pretty much the entire time I've been alive, one of my aunts has been with just one guy. She's got 2 kids with him. So, they're pretty much married and everything except for they never actually got married.
Yeah.
For a long time, they kept saying, you know, it's common law. We're common law. Like, you're aware that Maine doesn't recognize common law marriage,
She'd be like,
right?
You're not common law. You're just common.
Yeah.
I'll say, screw this. I'm gonna stay at the inn till it's nighttime.
2 single people that are gonna be fucked over if you need somebody.
Hey,
Be a
Angus is
spouse or
level
something.
7. And put them into humanity again. Like I said, I'd start putting the skill points into axes, but he doesn't have an axe yet. And I could probably take the speed up off. It's a little while before you can get access to an axe for him.
Access to axes.
Yeah.
A
Axe.
picture of them.
Can I ask you a question?
Oh wow, I almost have enough. Maybe I don't need to stay at the inn till nighttime. I forgot how much money it was, so I was like, let me just look. It's only 240 and I have 225, so we'll put the speed up back on. Normally I'd do this between videos, but it just happened to be that I need to do it now. And we're chilling, talking about the man with the fake name and what he thinks his wife
Okay.
tastes like.
I found a
Common
picture
law
of the
marriage
dark
and Kit Kats.
chocolate almond joy. I found a picture of it so we can mourn it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's really old if it was back when it was still Peter Paul.
Yeah.
Candle tots. Peter, Paul, and Joseph and Mary.
And one of them was
And John and Ringo.
I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh. You know that song's about Bill, it's about a dragon.
What's that?
I sat at the King of the Hill thing when Bill was saying Puff That a Dragon, and Hank said, you know what that song's about, Bill? It's about a dragon.
You know what this song's about? It's about a dragon. It's like a deconstruction of the Meet the Parents scene, you know?
Yeah.
I won't have enough for the inn as well, so let me get one more fight. And then we can actually do a dungeon. A dungeness
Watch
crab.
Watching the tracking of package very closely. It's out for delivery because that's my weed gummies.
Oh.
Don't want those stolen.
There was a, yeah, you don't want some old, like, being like, oh, I stole somebody's package. Well, what is it?
Candy.
It's candy. Oh, let's eat it all right now. And then they just, you know, don't come down for another 5 days, you know? What, I can go up
Oh
right
no,
here.
all the people in this building, even the old people, they do weed. They know what it is.
They inject one entire marijuana.
Yeah. This building always smells like weed.
And they're not supposed to. That's the funny thing, because it's like federal,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Because it's, you know, legal in the state of Maine, but, you know, this is federal property, so it's still illegal.
At least, you know, it probably wouldn't be too big of a deal because Biden doesn't give a shit.
You just get evicted if you get caught.
Yeah.
Or they say you will, but like I
You
said, the
probably
whole building
won't.
smells like weed. Nobody
Yeah.
cares.
Laissez-faire. Or fairly lazy.
Like,
I
yeah,
do edibles just in case, because I smoke up once and I get kicked out, so.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, Biden doesn't give a fuck, right? He's just like, whatever, man. I got bigger fish to fry. Whatever, man. You know, like, Trump or Obama would have had you in prison.
Yeah.
Where the fuck is the...
Biden's
Oh, there it
busy
is.
fixing what Trump broke.
Yep.
Trying to sell this from the Ukraine.
Nighttime. Alright, one of y'all has a lot of static. And it just faded away. Go figure.
So I could hear the static too, but I was
Yeah,
gonna
it...
turn my mic off.
Normally it wouldn't be that big of a deal, but you know, this is going on YouTube.
I actually thought it was in the game, so.
No, it's not. Although what's funny is when I was playing Final Fantasy, there was a few times I thought I was hearing static, but it was like, oh, I'm in the ice cave. It's ice wind moving around, you know? It was the
Yeah.
game.
You gotta be professional around here.
It's just building the Dildonic device to end Dildonic devices.
I finally saw in a book on Kindle Unlimited somebody used the word dildonic.
Nice.
The thing is, Kindle Unlimited, does have some published
wrong
novels and stuff, but it's mostly just self-published stuff that
Yeah.
honestly should be on free archives.
Yeah.
Some of it's like a fascinating train wreck.
I just thought of something.
My mom.
Right. Hey, Butthead, I just thought of something. Lord of the Cockrings.
God damn it, Beavis. You've still got it. Alright,
Cockrings a long time ago, Pete.
so we're actually going to do a dungeon and fight a boss.
Whee!
Alright.
After all this time.
I'll be right back. He needs something to eat.
Oh,
Possibly
that's
cheese.
such a much better weapon. So basically, every character has 3 different options for their weapon, or they could just go fisticuffs if you're wanting to make it harder. But like the main hero, he could use swords, spears, or boomerangs, and Yangus is clubs, axes, or scythes. And I'll probably at some point put some effort into scythes just so I can steal items from enemies, but you know. Axes and clubs are better. 8's level 7. I can't wait till 8 is level 8. Alright, let's put into courage. Sheep! Ooh, hello.
How about the British government falling apart again?
Couldn't have happened to a nicer place. It's a slam mechanic having a lips, and they're not gonna bother moving. Ugh. Fuck out of here. That lips is just like shit.
Never had a chance.
I wish I hadn't been right here.
It looks like we found it. Naturally, I'd love to come in with you, but I couldn't possibly put Medea in danger. I'm sure you'll do a fine job of finding the crystal ball without us, VIII. We'll be waiting here. You be careful in there.
It's actually kind of wholesome when you see Trode's sort of like fatherly affection for the hero, though.
Yeah.
Alright. We're gonna stop right here. I'll see you guys real soon with more Dragon Quest VIII.